as you're making this adjustment into life, and it's becoming more about your studies and academics, kind of what your next steps are going to be in life. And it's interesting that you just said you were able to function. But were there any effects?
Well, I didn't really think so. But later, down the road, I was well, I don't know, maybe about 4 years ago or so, I was diagnosed with PTSD. I didn't think anything was really wrong with me because, like I said, I went to school, I worked, paid taxes, passed the bar, whatever people do. I did what people normally do, so I didn't think I had a problem. But I guess the psychologist thought otherwise. So, I guess it did affect me.
Yeah, because again, I'm just going back and listening as you were describing your experience, and again, kind of your approach is kind of like, okay, I'm just doing what I had to do to help out. But again, to your normal, I guess, civilian person, being outside of the United States in a foreign place, you've never been before, weather's different, you're with folks who aren't your family or people you grew up with, you're being given orders, not necessarily knowing exactly why around everything. You're kind of, even in this already intense situation, you're like extra sectioned off because you're in this classified group. And then the missions and the activities that you're doing are highly dangerous, and you could have lost your life at any given moment. And so, but you still kind of talk about it as, hey, like, matter of fact, this is just what had to be done. And so I'm wondering if the PTSD, and you not really kind of understanding the effects, because we're really talking about the effects of war, right? And I'm going to assume that there was some things that might have happened, or even if you weren't present, things that you might have heard of from your battle buddies that were pretty bad, because it's war. Maybe things that you can't get into, or but I'm just assuming, hey, we're talking about war here, and so and just I'm even going back to you describing being in a plane. I don't know, in my mind, you're kind of like half in the plane, half out. If you got and I don't even know what the name of the weapon is, but that sounds,
machine gun.
Yeah, it's like something out of Rambo or something, Yeah. And so, and you got, you're covered with metal plates, and I'm just, but the in reality, you're shooting a weapon out, and even though you're defending yourself, and so I would imagine that all of that, at the time, you're blocking that out because you're trying to survive and do what you have to do, but that at some point, some of that stuff starts coming back, the memories, or maybe some of the bad stuff. I don't know.
Well, I used to drink a lot, and I guess today, well, no guess about it, people would say, yeah, that's, you're an alcoholic, and that kind of helped, I guess, dull the pain or whatever. But I didn't think of it in that way. I just thought I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, so there were times, there was something I saw, I can't remember what it was or did or whatever, but it really bothered me. So I would have these dreams, or I guess people call them nightmares, but I couldn't really put it together what happened. And I was trying to find out if other people in the squadron could help me, because I was kind of vague in how I framed the questions. I didn't really how to put my wrap around it. But some said maybe it was a crash site, Say there's the bomb craters or something, and they didn't really know, and I couldn't tell if that was right or not because I can't really remember. And we were in Southeast Asia in 1994 for our honeymoon, and one of the places we were in is Thailand. So Lisa had arranged I could actually go to the old base. It's a communications base now, not like it was when we were there. But
okay.
But it took a long time to get there. It eat up a lot of time on your vacation, so decided not to go there. And then I think someone said maybe let sleeping dogs lie. So I just never pursued it. But I think that in society, we all probably have some issues we're dealing with. But the question is, can we function as a productive citizen in society? I mean, maybe you're dealt a bad hand at birth, or something happens during your life that's really devastating. But it's how do you handle it? And nobody lives a perfect life anyway.
Right.
So it's just trying to learn how to just be productive and get on with your life. And that's kind of an attitude I took. I didn't blame anybody for anything, or try to focus on something else or somebody else, or how I feel or what I did. I said, well, it was me. I did this, and I'm trying to clean it up, or and try to be a better person. And that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So a lot of people get really depressed, or feel like life's not worth living. But I just think that life is hard on people, and you got to learn how to deal with it, because it's better to stick around and be productive than not be productive, or get off into heavy drinking and drugs that really takes you nowhere.
Yeah. Do you think that war is necessary?
Well, I'll put it to you like this. There's always something to fight about, either real or imagined. And it seems like it's been that way since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I'd rather see people or diplomats or whatever try to work out the differences, even though it's maybe kind of a less than perfect resolution.
Yeah.
But war should only be a last resort, because you're actually talking about, it's not like a war game. It's not like in the videos. It's like General Sherman, I believe, said that he's a great war general during the Civil War on the Union side. He said that war it's brutal and you can't refine it. Today they talk about smart bombs and all that kind of stuff, but there's no smart bomb. I mean, there's maybe a smart and precise delivery system. When that bomb explodes, it's going everywhere. Or or people shooting at each other over reasons they don't really understand. And I don't think we have to fight wars, but if we shouldn't have to fight them, but if we do, it should be a last resort. Like there's nothing else, no other way out. There's no such thing as a good war. You go tell that to the families of the people who were killed.
Right.
It was good.
Right.
Yeah.
Or we won.
Yeah, or we won. We won what?
Right.
Yeah. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's well, I got to tell you, in just being your daughter, I knew you were in the Navy, growing up. I didn't think much of it. I saw a few pictures, and you look pretty cool leaning up against the engine, and your uniform and your bomber jacket. I always thought, the leather jacket was the coolest thing going.